Surgeon's warning: this healthy snack silently accelerates arthritis after 60. Please pause your activities right now if you are currently living with arthritis, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis. If you are consuming the 3 specific foods that I am about to unveil, you are, in essence, dousing the persistent flames of inflammation that are already raging within your joints. What is truly unsettling, and perhaps even a little frightening, is the high probability that at least one of these insidious culprits is likely residing within your kitchen cabinets at this very moment, cunningly disguised as a wholesome and beneficial food item. The colossal food industry, with its vast resources and multi-billion-dollar investments, has meticulously engineered a scenario where consumers are systematically prevented from establishing a clear and undeniable connection between the foods they consume and the debilitating joint pain that plagues them, particularly upon waking each morning. I understand that this revelation may sound alarming, even a touch disquieting. My name is Dr. Robert Harrison, and I am here to share a truth I have witnessed unfold with alarming frequency throughout my professional practice. I have encountered countless patients who arrive at my clinic burdened by severe arthritic discomfort, their joints swollen and tender, experiencing morning stiffness so profound that the simple act of opening their hands feels like an insurmountable challenge. These individuals are often diligently adhering to a regimen of multiple medications, utilizing heating pads for solace, wearing compression gloves to alleviate swelling, and diligently following every directive provided by their medical professionals. Yet, despite their best efforts, their pain continues its relentless march, intensifying with each passing year. Invariably, I pose a single, seemingly straightforward question: "What did you have for breakfast this morning?" Their responses, when disclosed, immediately illuminate the reason behind their persistent arthritic suffering and the lack of improvement. They are, quite unknowingly, ingesting foods that, on a daily basis, trigger significant and detrimental inflammatory responses throughout their bodies. Today, I intend to meticulously explain, with an unparalleled level of clarity that is rarely offered, a critical truth. Certain foods, which appear entirely innocuous and are even actively marketed and sold as healthy choices. Think of a seemingly innocent granola bar, a humble bowl of cereal, or a deceptively appealing flavored yogurt, possess a hidden power within your body. These foods function as a potent spark, igniting a cascade of inflammation. For those who suffer from arthritis, this inflammation does not remain confined to the digestive tract or the bloodstream. It embarks on a direct journey to the joints, exacerbating stiffness, intensifying pain, and tragically accelerating the detrimental breakdown of cartilage. What is most astonishing is the prevalence of these inflammatory agents, often concealed within food labels under cryptic, technical nomenclature. You have likely encountered these terms before, perhaps even read them on packaging, but due to their seemingly scientific and complex nature, you have remained unaware of their true identity or the damage they are silently inflicting. Therefore, what you are about to uncover in this discourse will fundamentally transform your perception of food labels when you embark on your next grocery shopping excursion. You will never again view packaged foods with the same uncritical eye. Furthermore, as a vital conclusion to this presentation, I will provide you with a curated list of the 3 most beneficial anti-inflammatory foods that you should incorporate into your diet as replacements. These are foods that have the remarkable potential to significantly alleviate your joint pain, often within a mere handful of days following their adoption. Let us commence our examination with the first of these detrimental dietary invaders. This particular ingredient is insidious, lurking within the vast majority of products you purchase. Forbidden food number 1 is maltodextrin. Have you ever encountered this word before, or perhaps seen it listed on a food label? At this very moment, if you have a granola bar, a protein bar, packets of instant oatmeal, or indeed any sweet confection that comes in pre-packaged form within your home, I implore you, once this video concludes, to locate these items and meticulously examine their ingredient lists for the presence of the word maltodextrin. This compound stands as one of the most stealthy and remarkably effective agents for escalating inflammation within your body, thereby exacerbating the severity of arthritis without your awareness. Its ubiquity in virtually every processed food product we consume is staggering. Maltodextrin is derived through an industrial process that isolates starch from common sources such as corn, rice, wheat, or potatoes. While it possesses no inherent sweetness on its own, its effect within the body is virtually indistinguishable from that of pure sugar. It is absorbed with remarkable rapidity, leading to sharp and significant spikes in both blood sugar and insulin levels, mirroring the physiological impact of consuming table sugar. So, one might ask, what compels the food industry to employ this ingredient so extensively? The answer is disarmingly simple. It serves their interests exceptionally well. Firstly, it is extraordinarily inexpensive, enabling them to achieve substantial cost reductions in their product manufacturing. Secondly, it contributes to the texture of food products, imparting a desirable thickness and creaminess that masks the often watery nature of other ingredients. Crucially, it dramatically extends the shelf life of products, allowing them to remain viable for consumption over extended periods, particularly while languishing on store shelves. In essence, its inclusion is not a testament to any health benefit it offers. Rather, it is a strategic choice to enhance their profit margins. And herein lies the critical detriment to your joints. Every single blood sugar spike induced by maltodextrin acts as a trigger for inflammatory molecules within your system. These inflammatory chemical messengers, known as cytokines, are then liberated into your bloodstream, where they proceed to target and assault your delicate joint tissues. Moreover, maltodextrin exhibits a deleterious effect on the integrity of your intestinal barrier, creating a condition colloquially referred to as leaky gut. This compromised barrier allows undesirable substances and incompletely digested food particles to permeate directly into your bloodstream, thereby amplifying inflammation throughout your entire body. For individuals grappling with arthritis, this systemic inflammation often manifests as increased joint stiffness, pronounced swelling, and a discernible worsening of pain, particularly noticeable in the morning or following meals. The most surprising aspect, perhaps, is maltodextrin's insidious presence in products that project an image of health and are actively marketed to health-conscious consumers. Its name does not explicitly appear as sugar on labels. Instead, it is often disguised under aliases such as dextrin, dextrose, or modified starch. The vast majority of people fail to identify it due to these unfamiliar technical terms, which sound more like chemical compounds than food ingredients. This issue extends far beyond individuals with arthritis. It is equally pertinent for anyone striving for weight loss, those managing insulin resistance or prediabetes, individuals with type 2 diabetes, and, in truth, anyone aspiring to maintain optimal health. However, for those afflicted with inflammatory joint conditions, maltodextrin can have a profoundly negative impact on their symptoms and critical blood markers. Our second dietary antagonist, a significant architect of daily inflammation, is found in the form of refined industrial vegetable oils. Many individuals hold the belief that oils such as sunflower oil, corn oil, or soybean oil are neutral and innocuous choices for culinary purposes. However, the fundamental problem lies not with the oil in its natural, unadulterated state, but rather with the aggressive industrial processing it undergoes before it finds its way into your kitchen. These oils are subjected to extreme temperatures, undergo chemical refinement to strip away impurities and odors, and are processed so intensely that they are stripped of their inherent protective compounds. What remains is a substance laden with chemicals that your body interprets as oxidative stress, a primary driver of chronic inflammation. Pay particularly close attention here, as a crucial element is about to be revealed, an aspect that is almost never adequately explained. Omega-6 fatty acids, when present in balanced quantities, are, in fact, essential. and serve vital functions within the body. The genuine concern arises from the pervasive presence of these industrial oils in virtually every food item we consume. They are exceptionally high in omega-6 fatty acids and critically deficient in omega-3s, which are necessary for balance. These two distinct types of fatty acids, omega-6 and omega-3, engage in a competitive process for the same enzymatic pathways within your body. When an excessive and constant influx of omega-6 is present, omega-3 is unable to effectively participate in metabolic processes. It is relegated, pushed aside, and effectively neutralized. Consequently, your body is compelled to generate a greater proportion of pro-inflammatory molecules and a diminished quantity of anti-inflammatory ones. Envision it as two vehicles attempting to navigate a single-lane tunnel or pass through a singular doorway, with one vehicle being 20 times larger than the other. This persistent imbalance, maintained day after day, traps your body in a state of silent yet chronic inflammation. For individuals with arthritis, this imbalance is directly experienced within their joints, manifesting as intensified stiffness, increased swelling, and heightened pain, mirroring the effects of maltodextrin. As previously mentioned, these problematic oils are ubiquitous, often hidden. The issue is not the oil you consciously choose to drizzle onto a salad. The true concern lies in the fact that these oils are incorporated into nearly all packaged goods. They are present in bread, crackers, chips, snacks, salad dressings, soups, mayonnaise, and frozen meals. In fact, I would venture to say that almost every product that comes in packaging contains these inflammatory oils. On ingredient labels, they are typically listed as sunflower oil, corn oil, soybean oil, or simply vegetable oil. It is all fundamentally the same problematic substance. When this video concludes, I encourage you to inspect your own packaged foods at home. If you discover the presence of these oils, please share this observation in the comments below. However, I do not intend to deliver only bad news in this presentation. The good news is that once you begin to rebalance your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, your body will readily signal its appreciation. An excellent method to achieve this rebalancing is by utilizing extra virgin olive oil for both cooking and salad dressings. You can also incorporate soaked and activated ground chia seeds, which are exceptionally beneficial. Naturally, the consumption of fatty fish rich in omega-3s, such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel, alongside avocado oil or avocados themselves, are also powerful allies. Many individuals are fortunate enough to have avocado trees in their gardens. Embrace the benefits of these fruits to help restore this vital balance. It is important to remember that when heating oil for cooking, avocado oil or olive oil are the superior choices. However, olive oil is best suited for quick cooking methods, such as rapid stir-frying over medium heat. Research has demonstrated that simply substituting these industrial oils with extra virgin olive oil can reduce inflammatory markers in the body by nearly half. It is truly remarkable how a seemingly minor adjustment, such as restoring equilibrium to the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, can profoundly alter the sensation within your joints. Now we arrive at a point that many find difficult to confront, yet it serves as a crucial explanation for why so many individuals with arthritis awaken to find their hands swollen without any clear understanding of the cause. Forbidden food number 3 is bacon, and my warning extends beyond bacon itself. It encompasses the entire spectrum of processed meats that bacon represents within the culinary landscape. In many nations, particularly the United States, bacon has ascended to the status of a cultural icon. It features prominently on breakfast platters, graces burgers, is incorporated into snacks and salads, finds its way into fitness-oriented recipes, gains notoriety through viral videos, and is a staple on countless cooking channels. For a significant portion of the population, it represents an almost sacred indulgence, an untouchable pleasure. However, for your joints, it can act as a silent earthquake, instigating a form of destruction that is not immediately visible. Let me elucidate the underlying mechanisms. When you observe a perfectly crisp piece of bacon on your plate, you are not witnessing the complete narrative of its journey. Prior to gracing your frying pan, that bacon has undergone a curing process involving nitrites and nitrates, It has been artificially colored to enhance its visual appeal, industrially smoked using chemical smoke flavorings, injected with a cocktail of preservatives and additives, and subjected to processes that generate highly inflammatory compounds. Subsequently, when you cook it, particularly when you aim for that coveted extra crispiness and golden brown hue that most people find so appealing, you are not merely enhancing flavor, you are inadvertently creating molecules that, quite literally, age your joints from the inside out. These are known as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs for short. These molecules are not merely a technical concern for medical professionals. They function as microscopic, smoldering embers that adhere to your cartilage, leading to its hardening, diminishing its flexibility, and significantly amplifying inflammation throughout your joint tissues. What is particularly alarming is the number of individuals who experience severe symptoms within the very next day and fail to make the crucial connection. They awaken to find their fingers resembling swollen balloons, their hands rendered completely rigid and stiff, their knees feeling tight and painful. In their minds, they attribute these symptoms to the weather, humidity, their age, or an awkward sleeping position. In reality, however, the culprit was their breakfast. The situation is further exacerbated if that bacon was consumed in conjunction with white bread, industrial, vegetable oils, or other ultra-processed foods. The resultant inflammation multiplies exponentially. Your body, quite simply, is incapable of extinguishing such a multitude of inflammatory fires simultaneously. Your immune system becomes utterly overwhelmed. And of course, this cautionary tale is not limited to bacon alone. As I have emphasized, it extends to all processed meats. Deli meats, hot dogs, sausages, prepackaged hamburger patties, ham, salami, and pepperoni. If a meat product requires artificial coloring to achieve a palatable appearance, you can be assured that you are not dealing with authentic meat. Instead, you are consuming a heavily processed inflammatory product. Now, I have identified the 3 most detrimental foods for your joints: maltodextrin, found lurking in packaged goods; industrial vegetable oils, responsible for overwhelming your system with omega-6; and processed meats like bacon, which generate AGEs that degrade. Cartilage. However, my intention is not to leave you without actionable solutions. Instead, I will now unveil the 3 most beneficial anti-inflammatory foods that you should prioritize in your diet. These are foods that possess the genuine capability to reduce your joint pain, sometimes with noticeable effects within mere days of their incorporation into your meals. The foremost food on my list, unequivocally, is fresh ginger root. Ginger acts as a potent natural anti-inflammatory agent when consumed consistently on a daily basis, even in small quantities. It can be grated into salads, added to soups, or blended into beverages. In my native country, a popular drink called mate is widely consumed. Please share in the comments if you are familiar with mate. Fresh ginger can be a delightful addition to mate, or you can prepare ginger tea, incorporate it into smoothies and juices. We are fervent enthusiasts of these beverages and incorporate ginger into nearly everything we prepare. The reality is that ginger is remarkably easy to use, and the tangible benefit you will experience upon consistent consumption is an immediate reduction in morning stiffness and less swelling, particularly in your hands. The second food, without question, is turmeric. We understand that to unlock turmeric's full anti-inflammatory potential, it must be utilized correctly. Remember that to activate curcumin, turmeric's primary active compound, a mere pinch of black pepper, or the inclusion of a healthy fat, such as avocado or olive oil, is necessary. When employed appropriately, turmeric not only reduces inflammation, but also modulates pain pathways within your nervous system, facilitating improved mobility with diminished discomfort. You can incorporate turmeric into hot beverages, warm meals, adding it towards the end of cooking, never at the beginning, or mixed with a small amount of olive oil, as I have previously mentioned. And the third food, which stands as the most powerful ally for joint health, is fatty fish, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Omega-3 is far from being a mere trendy buzzword. It is a scientifically validated fact, supported by robust, peer-reviewed research. When individuals with arthritis consistently incorporate fatty fish into their their diet 2 to 3 times per week. The positive impact is undeniably noticeable. It represents one of the simplest yet most effective dietary adjustments you can possibly implement. The fundamental takeaway message I wish for you to glean from this video is this critical truth. Your body is not betraying you. It is merely reacting to the nourishment you are providing it. When you supply your body with foods that actively combat inflammation, it will respond swiftly with reduced pain and enhanced mobility. Conversely, when you eliminate the foods that stoke the inflammatory fire within your system, your joints will be afforded the opportunity to recuperate and heal more effectively. Should you desire a more comprehensive guide, I am prepared to create a detailed video offering specific suggestions for anti-inflammatory breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. This would enable you to seamlessly integrate this newfound knowledge into your daily routine without feeling overwhelmed or confused. If this is something you would find beneficial, please indicate your interest in the comments below. I acknowledge that implementing these changes can initially feel daunting. You might be thinking, Dr. Robert, I routinely consume bacon for breakfast, I cook with vegetable oil, and my pantry is stocked with granola bars. What am I supposed to eat instead? These are entirely valid concerns. However, here is what I earnestly wish for you to comprehend. Perfection is not the objective. You are not obligated to discard every item in your kitchen and commence anew tomorrow. Small incremental changes are the catalysts for significant results when it comes to managing inflammation. Begin with a single alteration. This week, commit to replacing your usual vegetable oil with extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. That is your sole task. Next week, opt for a handful of nuts and a piece of fruit as a substitute for your morning granola bar. The week following that, choose eggs cooked in olive oil instead of bacon. These are small, sustainable adjustments designed to prevent overwhelm. Within a month, you will likely perceive a tangible difference in how your joints feel. Diminished morning stiffness, less swelling by the end of the day, improved range of motion, and an increase in your overall energy levels. This is the pathway to healing, not through the pursuit of absolute perfection, but through consistent application of better choices. Now, I am eager to hear from you. Which of these 3 forbidden foods do you currently consume on a regular basis? I urge you to be candid. Are you unknowingly ingesting maltodextrin? Do you habitually cook with industrial vegetable oils? Are you a regular consumer of processed meats such as bacon or deli meat? Please share your honesty in the comments. Furthermore, tell me which of the 3 anti-inflammatory foods you intend to start incorporating into your diet this week. Will it be ginger, turmeric, or fatty fish? I personally review every comment, and my goal is to assist you in formulating a personalized plan that aligns with your unique circumstances. And here is my challenge to you. For the next 14 days, eliminate just one of these 3 forbidden foods entirely from your diet. Select the one that you consume most frequently. If bacon is a daily staple, commit to abstaining for 2 weeks and substituting it with eggs. If vegetable oil is your go-to for cooking, switch to olive oil for the same 2-week period. If packaged snacks containing maltodextrin are a regular indulgence, replace them with whole foods like nuts, fruits, or vegetables. Implement just this one change for 14 days, and then return here to share your experience and report on how your joints feel. I am confident that you will observe a noticeable improvement. The pain associated with your arthritis is not an immutable sentence that you must simply accept and endure for the remainder of your life. Your joints are not permanently damaged beyond any hope of repair. Inflammation is unequivocally a controllable factor, and the most potent instrument at your disposal for its management resides on your plate, present at 3 crucial meals a day. Food possesses the power to be medicine, but it can also be poison. The ultimate choice of which you consume rests entirely with you. I am Dr. Robert Harrison, and my fervent desire is to witness you moving with unhindered freedom, liberated from pain, and fully engaged in the activities you cherish. Begin this transformative journey today. Make one small, deliberate change. Your joints are patiently awaiting it. Thank you for your viewership, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video, where we will delve into the 5 most effective supplements for arthritis, substantiated by genuine scientific evidence.